Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a tutorial today that was inspired by makeup that Dick Page had done for Vogue magazine in the month of June. The reason why I'm specifying that is because the new issue of Vogue just came out for July, so this is the one from last month, the one that had Rihanna on the cover. So anyways, there was one page in this magazine that had an article about makeup. I wish the fashion magazines would have more makeup stuff in them. I get so frustrated with that because makeup is so popular, but yet it isn't really covered that much in any of the magazines that are out there. But anyways, they have a two-page spread here. One page has the article on it, and then the picture is on the other page. And I saw this, and I took inspiration from this, but I'm going to put my own spin on it. So here is the look that Dick Page did. And all you can see are her eyes, and it looks like all he did was use one product, basically. But I'm going to change that and adapt it to a look that I would like to do, but that's where the inspiration came from. So I've already applied several products because I know that people have a short attention span, so I don't want this video to be an hour long. So I've already applied lip balm, face primer, foundation, concealer. I set the concealer with powder, and then I did my brows, and we're going to take it from there. If you want to see any of the products that I used prior to what I'm going to begin with, everything will be listed in the description box. Okay, so we're going to start with face contour, and of course, if you watch my videos, you know that I love the Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick in the shade Light. You can find this at Walgreens. I just think it's the most natural, easy to use contour face product that I've found so far. So I like to start right about here and then just go straight up at an angle and then take the same brush that I used for foundation and just buff that in. So I've got contour, but it's not crazy unnatural looking. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush that I just used for that. So about mid-cheek, I would say, and then just up at an angle. And you don't even have to be that precise because this product is so easy to work with and to blend. So that's what I'm doing for my contour. And then for a blush today, I'm going to be using this COLORMATES blush in Sun-Kissed Tan. And this is from, where did I find this? It was either Big Lots or Dollar Tree. I've been buying so many things at Big Lots and Dollar Tree that now I've forgotten what I've gotten at which store. But that's where you can find this, and I believe it was $1. If I got it at Big Lots, the most it would have been was like $1.50, so super affordable. I'm going to use this brush from Wet n Wild. This is from their latest limited edition collection, and this is the P72 brush. I'm just going to put some of that on and then buff that right into the cheek area. So this is just going to give you a nice flush of sun-kissed color. Sort of a bronzy type shade. Just going to add a little bit more so that both sides are even. And for highlighter today, I bought all the loose powder eyeshadows from Dollar Tree. I had these years ago and I repurchased them. The packaging, frankly, the packaging sucks on them. So I depotted them all. If you want to see how to depot those, there are a million videos on YouTube that will show you how to do that. So I'm not going to do a video about it because it would be redundant. But yeah, the packaging on those sucks. So I bought them all, and then I bought this stack of empty containers from Dollar Tree, and they're all linked together, so there's only one cap on the very top. I took the labels off the containers and stuck them on here so that I would know which one was which. I just cut them to fit and depotted them and put them in here. These are actually pill organizers, and you get the whole stack for $1 at Dollar Tree, and they are exactly the right size to hold those LA Colors loose eyeshadows. So some of them I use as eyeshadows, some of them I use as highlighters. It just depends on what shade I use. Today I'm going to be using the one called Sunshine. So I'm going to unscrew these top two ones very carefully. And this is the gold. Now there's already plenty of product on the opposite side of the part that would have been the cover. So I'm just going to use that. And I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics 120... 123. I've had these brushes for a while now and they've been washed multiple times, so I think it says 123. It's the one that looks like that. What I like to do is like fluff up the brush and then dip it in the pigment and then tap off the excess, because this is a very, very bright gold. And I'm just going to go right across the top of my cheekbones and then up a little bit into the temple area like that. And I'm just going to buff it a little bit. So I thought that would be complementary to the brush color that I used. Blush color. So I'm just putting on a little bit more. Tap off the excess. Just keep buffing, because this is a really strong gold. So this doesn't fit in any of my drawers for my makeup storage, so I have to keep it out somewhere. Okay, for bronzer, I'm going to use the LA Colors Expression Bronzer in the shade Bronze. It comes in two shades. There's this shade and then there's a deeper one. And I'm going to use my AOA Studio fan brush, which is the F11. Fluff up the brush, dab it in the bronzer, and then go right on the hairline, the jawline, and the sides of my face. And look how fast this brush can do all your bronzing. Pretty convenient, I would say. Okay, so face products are on. And the next thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes with the LA Colors eyeshadow primer. I'm just going to dab some of that on and then blend it out with my ring finger. And you get plenty on the applicator to do both eyes. Okay, next I'm going to use this pressed pigment by AMUSE, and this line of pigments is called Cute Twinkle, and this is in the shade Orange Juice. This was from one of my CHAPSTICK purchases. So when you unscrew the top, it just has like a stopper, sort of like the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. So you pull that out, and then this is what you get inside. And for a brush, let's see. I'm going to use this. This is a BH Cosmetics 130 brush because it's like a very large shader brush. I find that if I'm going to do a lid shade and I don't have to be super precise, this is a good brush to use because it will apply a lot of product at one time, so it's a little bit faster. So I'm just going to kind of run that over the product, tap off the excess, and as you can see, this is super bright. And I'm just going to pack that right on the lids. Yeah, if you don't need a lot of precision, go for a larger shader brush and it's going to save you a lot of time. Especially if you're using something really pigmented like this. You won't have to dip back in or anything. Okay, so I just made a second pass here for the other eye. And I'm just sort of pressing it into that eyeshadow primer. Yeah, I saw this makeup by Dick Page in the magazine and I said, oh, how fun is that for summer? Okay, I think I've got a little bit more on the other eye, so I'm just going to take a little bit more product just to make sure that they're fairly even. Okay, on this side, I want to make sure that the shape is relatively the same also. Okay. All right, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take HOOLA bronzer from Benefit, and I'm going to use a Wet n Wild P15 brush. This is from their deluxe line. And I'm going to put some of this bronzer. This is a matte bronzer by Benefit. And I'm going to take some of this bronzer and I'm going to buff that right into the edges of where I stopped with this eyeshadow. Bronze is a really nice complementary color for orange. And this is just going to soften those edges a little bit rather than leave them harsh the way Dick did for theatrics in his work. That's fun for a photo shoot, but I think for real life you might want to just soften the edges a bit with some bronzer. So I'm starting on the outside edge and then working my way in. And then circling, just keep circling back and forth with small circles until you get a little bit of softness there. So that's just going to help blend it at the edges a bit. I'm just using my finger to clean up that edge a little bit. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small Zoeva pencil brush, go back into that HOOLA, and go right along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Sunglasses, which is essentially a black. And I'm going to go right along the lower lash line, a little bit higher than what I just did with the bronzer. And I'm going to go in the tight line. When you see me put my fingers on my cheek like that, I'm not pulling the skin down. When I do that, I'm kind of resting my hand on the other hand to give me a little bit more control over my placement. It just helps anchor the other hand, and that way I'm less likely to make a mistake as to where I'm placing the product. All right, next. Okay, now see, it looks like I have more on this side than I do on the other, so I'm gonna have to go back and add just a little bit more for balance. There we go, that's better. All right, now I'm gonna curl my lashes with my Shiseido eyelash curler. Okay, I did my lashes off camera, the mascara part of it, to try to save a little bit of time. I used COLORMATES Volumizing Mascara. I picked this up the other day at Big Lots, I think it was. So that's what I used. It's got this really funky brush on it, but I really I like this mascara. Okay, and all that leaves then is my lips. I'm pretty sure I showed these to you guys in a video recently. This is one of the LA Colors Lip Duo Contour Pencils in the shade Vanilla Latte. And you can find these at Dollar Tree. I'm going to start, the cover on the other side just fell off. I'm going to start with this peachy shade. So first I'm going to line my lips. And then fill them in. And when I'm filling them in, I tilt the pencil so that I put it on its side. Makes it a lot easier to get more color that way. And then when I go up to the top, I switch to the point to get more precision so I don't go outside the line. And then I'm going to blot my lips. Now I'm going to flip it over and use the other side. And this is the vanilla side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on its side for my bottom lip, just like I did with the top. And this is going to give you like vanilla coating on top of the other shade. It's also going to mute the other color. And then you can just add as much as you'd like to. Okay, so we've got orange juice eyeshadow, vanilla latte lips. I would say this is a very fun, bright, sun-kissed look, and not for the timid, that is for sure. So that is my take on Dick Page's very editorial look from the Vogue magazine from June 2018. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, thanks for watching.